I just saw RI. I just saw R.I.P.D. Uh, yesterday, or depending when you're watching this, it might not be yesterday, but I can definitely see why the film wasn't as just didn't really do very well. In fact, I heard that it bombed, and I can definitely uh, see why. For one thing, the story really isn't anything at all interesting, and the comedy is leaves a lot more to be desired. In fact, there were a lot of missed opportunities for for a really good comedy to emerge in that film. One of the big missteps is that essentially when the RIP officers step into the living world, they appear as different people and whatnot. And whenever they try to talk about their actual lives, it comes off as gibberish to everyone else. And then, you have like the two leads. One of them is who is disguised as an old Chinese man, and you have the other one who is practically disguised as a hot blonde model, more or less. And there were so much missed opportunities for that, you know, for that. I mean, there were certain scenes, in fact, quite a few scenes in R.I.P.D. where the scenes with the two characters where I thought it would have been funnier to see it from the perspective of the people, of the living, because it's really a missed opportunity right there. I mean, there was something good in that kind of thread, and they just never really used it. And it really is disappointing. The special effects were good for the most part, but the the ghosts, or whatever they're called in that film, I forgot. Obviously, they're supposed to not look appealing because that's the artistic look, but artistically speaking, it doesn't look appealing. It really doesn't look well done. It really looks like they just rushed it. It didn't convince me at all and whatnot. And of course, Kevin Bacon. As soon, I don't want to spoil anything, but it becomes very, very, very clear who Kevin Bacon is. I mean, there's no spoiling. There's nothing to spoil in here. Kevin Bacon is the villain. All right, and the film leaves no subtlety in it at all. You immediately know that Kevin Bacon is the villain. I've seen Scooby Doo cartoons with mysteries much more interesting and intense than that. It was pretty much just you could have had just Kevin Bacon just carry a sign with a kind of like a mustache, and on the bottom it says, "I am the villain of the story." And it's it really isn't well done. You can see that coming a mile away. But the two main characters, the and I can't even remember their names, but the younger R.I.P. officer, he has been in a few roles, and as far as his acting abilities, I don't think he's that good, and it shows in this film. But the only time that I really liked the actor was when he portrayed Deadpool before his mouth was sewn and all that bullshit. It wasn't really that good of a movie. I mean, there were some good parts in it, uh, whatever. But yeah, his I don't know. I don't want to say that he's a bad actor. In fact, I'll go on I want to go on I'll go on record to say that I don't believe in bad actors at all. I'm sure you heard of the saying that there's no such thing as bad students, just bad teachers. Well, it's kind of the same thing, that a rule that I have when I'm reviewing or talking about films, is that no matter what I think, uh, there is no such thing as bad actors, just bad casting directors and bad writers. You can pretty much take any substandard or just standard, you know, act C-list or B-list actor and put them in it with a script that is like A-list, and you can, and with good direction, that actor can come off as something, really amazing, because it really has a lot to do with the script and how much information the actor is given. The more information he is given, the more the actor can absorb and use, and the better he'll perform. And a lot of times you can tell a bad script when you watch the actors act. I mean, probably the biggest example of that is the Star Wars prequels. I mean, you can tell the script is atrocious just by watching the actors perform. I mean, you can tell they were given nothing. And the fact that they're surrounded by green screen like 99% of the time doesn't help a goddamn bit. I mean, it is no wonder. But yeah, I mean, is his last name Reynolds or whatever? I don't know. But he's not a bad actor. He's just and a substandard actor that can be in a good role. It's just not in here. And the older kind of like, the mentor guy, the cowboy dude or whatever. I forgot his real name, but his acting abilities, at least in that film, has really highs and really extreme lows. There are times where I get a chuckle from him, and there are times where it just gets really, really too, I don't want to say stupid. I don't know. They one of the things is that they really hammer on that this guy is obviously born like in the 1800s, and they hammer it so hard that it really just comes off as cartoony. That it's just really ridiculous. It's not even funny. It makes you like wonder why is this even doing in this script. I mean, I like the actor. But that it just, whoever wrote that script for him is, I don't know. It didn't work. It didn't work at all. But well, that's really all I have to say about R.I.P.D. I mean, they're essentially trying to do kind of like a fusion of Men in Black, but instead of busting aliens, they're ghost busting, more or less. But yeah, it wasn't very good. The most that the best thing I could really say about the film, and it's as bad as the film is, I will rather watch R.I.P.D. than watch The Frighteners. And I'll just leave that as my final thoughts on the film. So I'm done rambling, and see you around.